vacant eyes. Tired of the silence, the sugar-coated lies. Another headline screaming behind vacant eyes. They build up their walls so high and so strong, but the truth's gonna break through before too long. Every single day, the same damn old game, pointing all the fingers, nobody takes the blame. This pressure's building, it's starting
Adrian
to
Dubs,
crack.
thank you for that heartbeat. Good morning to you.
No holding back. I'm about to say it, yeah, I'm about to scream. Tired of the fake smiles, living in a dream. The real life's bleeding out in the cold. Gotta break the mold, gotta let it unfold. I'm about to say it, every single word. The uncomfortable truth finally gonna be heard. I'm gonna say it. From
What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody?
Welcome to hashtag I'm gonna say it. All things said in today's show are alleged and for education and entertainment purposes only. If you are below the age of 18, we request that you leave the live now. Enjoy.
And we plan on doing just that. And good morning, Bestie. How you doing today? You at work? Hey, let's give it up to Adrian. Adrian just got that #1 gifter badge. So you know what that means, people. Adrian been putting in that work. Thank you. Thank you, Adrian. I appreciate you. I do. How's everybody doing, man? Like, man, we are I guess what we could call puffy jacket trial sentencing eve, I guess you could say. But you know, just as it was when the trial was going on, it seems like every day something just pops up out of nowhere. Just saying, says always at work. Got to make that moolah. I feel you. I feel you on that, Bessie. Yes, I'm good. I'm tired. I'm really tired. But I got some coffee, so hopefully it'll kick in. And I'm really just getting out of bed right now. It's been a slow day. It's been an awkward day already. Kind of like off. Cause I'm typically up at like 6:30 every morning, but I don't know. I guess I just needed to get some rest, so it was stayed in bed. But here we are. We are at work. This work rather, and we're gonna get it in. We're gonna talk about some things today. We're gonna talk about some things. I saw last night that the alleged victim is Jason says, "Well, your hair looks great for just getting up." Thank you. You know, I know. You know, it's this new invisible perm that I was using. Top shelf that is too. Thank you. But the lady who was I say an alleged victim, you know how we really don't like using the word alleged, but we have to for the integrity of the platform and stuff like that. But she went by the pseudonym Mia during the trial. And information was released last night that she's also going to be speaking at the sentencing tomorrow. Marie, good morning. Man, how have you been? I was thinking about you the other day. I was wondering, I was like, man, is she gonna come back to the A? Because we never got a chance to link up and talk and nothing like that. So next time you come over, we definitely got to make sure that happens. We got to make sure it happens. I'm glad you're doing great, though. That's most important. That you're doing great. That's most important. Also, last night, the news on the wire, the word on the curb, as we say here, Puffy Jacket was wanting to speak tomorrow at his sentencing. Um, I don't know, people. To be honest, I don't know if that's going to be good. I don't know if it's going to be bad. I mean, everybody is entitled, you know, to have their words heard, and I guess he's no different from that aspect of things. But and then there's people who's writing character letters for him. Like I think one of them was, I think it was Miami Beach police officer or something like that. But the and the reason why I want to bring that one up is because Sharita, good morning, bestie. You think about it. Hold on, just saying, it says okay, but why wouldn't he speak at trial? Yeah, yeah, good question, bestie. Now, from what I was told, he actually wanted to speak at the trial, but his defense team recommended or advised him not to, which I don't know why they would. That don't make sense in itself. But as we saw, the things that came out after the trial, that a lot of elements in that were in the trial, a lot of things were corrupt, including, I think, a jury, maybe even two of them. So, and now they're saying he wants to talk, but Cassie, her mother, and I feel like I'm missing somebody else. I feel like I'm missing somebody, but they wrote victim statements or letters to the judge about why they feel he shouldn't be released and should have to serve more time. But then you had the police officer for the Miami Police Department, Miami Beach Police Department, and they wrote in. Yeah, Dante Nash wrote one too. You right. Just and so why would they think it'll be helpful now? Laugh out loud. The only reason, and I don't know if this is true. I'm just giving you my opinion on this, bestie. The only reason I think they would assume that maybe now would be an okay time for him to speak is because he has done those classes and programs and stuff, since after the trial. He had been doing the DV programs and stuff like that. And so I'm thinking they're looking at it from a standpoint of, well, he did go and do these things as far as trying to better himself with these programs and stuff. Like he's trying to rehabilitate himself. So now him speaking, by him doing that, him speaking now may carry some kind of credibility, right? He said, our senator is up here today. That's what Marie said. I'm going to speak on. He's going to open up the store. We're going to get back to Puffy Jacket because he's actually going to be 2 and 3, part 2 and 3 of today's segments of today's show. But we're going to open up with him. I just wanted to get those moving parts or those late breaking parts or events out right now to you all to let you know that even in the final hour leading up to his sentencing, there's still things coming out as far as not him, but as far as with Puffy Jacket. So yeah, so here's what we'll do. Let's go on. Let's go on to our first segment, because this him, he's up here, and he made some. I don't think he meant to make the comment, but I'm pretty sure he didn't mean to make the comment. But sometimes when you read a good morning, bestie, good morning. Back when we were younger, teenagers, 20s, early 20s, whatever, and you had your homeboy, or in the event for my ladies, your homegirls, that you was supposed to keep the secret for them, right? Even though you was there when they was doing what they was not supposed to be doing, and you was like, cool, I'm game, I'm good, all right, okay, that's the plan, we're gonna do this. And then y'all all came up with an elaborate plan, and the lie was great that y'all were gonna tell, whoever didn't need to know where y'all was. And so you knew what the plan was, you knew what the lie was, but you also was there so you know the truth, right? And you get to telling people about the story, or you get to talking about the situation of what y'all were doing when y'all went where y'all wasn't supposed to be, or where your homegirl or homeboy wasn't supposed to be. And while you're telling somebody, I mean, you forget that your homegirl or your homeboy wasn't supposed to be there, or he wasn't supposed to, or they wasn't supposed to be in the situation that y'all were in. And so you might be talking to, there's the person that they supposed to be in a relationship with, or their parents or something, and you accidentally tell what y'all really did or what you really knew, and it's like, oh, and then you try to cover it up by like talking, like going to a whole nother subject and trying to like hurry up and speed by what you just said and pray that nobody heard you say it. Yeah, I think this is a situation that Cruz fell into. So as he was talking at the Senate Judiciary Committee, they were holding a hearing, and he accidentally said something. He said, somebody said, Lion Raphael. Rita said, it has happened to me. Yeah, I think we've all, whether we choose to admit it or not, I think we've all done that by accident at some point in time. And Senator Cruz was talking at this committee hearing, and he in trying to get a point across, I guess, in knowing that these files, and that's what we're going to label, we're going to title this segment, Y'all Are Foul, Foul, for trying to cover up the files, Files. And I think we all know. Now we living in the days and time when you say files, people know what you're talking about. So we don't even have to put the name with it. Y'all know what we're talking about. And we know the person that is allegedly in the file. Well, we can say allegedly, but we already know is in the, or named or mentioned in the files several times. And we know that Senator Cruz rocks with that said person, correct? And so in those files, it's also alleged that the person that Senator Cruz runs with is guilty of participating in sexual activities with people who aren't the age of consent. And so, in still trying to keep up the facade, to keep up the framework of his homie, the cheddar color coat leader, he got caught up in his haste of talking at this committee, and I think he accidentally let the truth slip out about his homie. Yeah. Hey, Odie said his mind got caught between leaving Trump alone and his lifestyle. Listen, it all, yeah, you're right. I think it got caught up. Listen, I'm going to let y'all hear it, and I'm going to just put a 1 when you hear the slip up. Just put a 1 in the live.
Now, Senator Booker also said we should have bipartisan agreement. I think that's a great idea. We should have bipartisan agreement. How about we all come together and say, let's stop murders? How about we all come together and say, let's stop rape? How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles? I want you to look at what happened when the National Guard went.
Now, we're going to rewind that. We're going to rewind it. Odie, they got it. Odie said, I heard it. Look, and I'm going to give you guys a little bit more volume because I want to make sure this doesn't go past nobody. Because I'm sure if we have some people in here that's all for donning those red hats, they're going to try to explain their way out of this one and make up for why he said that, right? But there's really no reason to say, listen, I was rocking with him in the beginning until he got to that part right there, Rita. Hey, for once, I found myself agreeing with Senator Cruz. I need to check my blood pressure because I didn't even think that was ever gonna happen. But I was agreeing with him up until he got to that point. So, but let's listen again, just in case we got some of those MAGA minions in here. Let's see.
Now, Senator Booker also said we should have bipartisan agreement. I think that's a great idea. We should have bipartisan agreement.
I agree.
How about we all come together and say, let's stop murders?
Yes.
How about we all come together and say, let's stop rape?
Yes.
How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles? I want you to look at what happened when the National Guard went.
Pause. Pause. Now, we're going to give them time to ponder on that, right? Now, see, there's a lot of elements that could go into play to this. And I think the play that goes into this is the fact of not only himself, but a lot of people that he's aligned with participates in those things or those activities with people who are under the age of consent. Why does USA have free health care? Like how we pay Israel to have free health care. Listen, what we want to know is why do we have an administration in the president's house that are P3DOs is what we want to know. That's what I want to know. Because to be honest, if you want to talk about healthcare and all of that, Canada is what we need to market ourselves after. Like they're doing it right. They care about their citizens. Yep, Matt's another one. That's right. Marie says, I'll see. I would have pardoned him in that statement. But due to the fact that he does hang around, he's an accessory to the crime. And we know that being an accessory to the crime, or when you go out and someone commit a crime and you with them, we usually go down with them, right? That's what happens. Well, it could be, and I'm gonna tell you, because I can't pronounce your name. It says it's like Israel's controlling all of USA activities, and well, it could probably seem that way because there's people that are doing business with them, be it side business, be it under the table business, whatever. But probably because there's people that's in prominent positions in our administration or in our gov that is actually benefiting financially from doing business with Israel instead of caring about its own countrymen and countrywomen. If I had to answer that question. But we're going to play it for the third time. But this time, after he said, I want you to pay attention to how he tries to transition away from so look at this right here. Let's go. Let's just listen.
Now, Senator Booker also said we should have bipartisan agreement. I think that's a great idea. We should have bipartisan agreement. How about we all come together and say, let's stop murders?
Yes.
How about we all come together and say, let's stop rape?
Right.
How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles? I want you to look at what happened when the National Guard went to...
Hey, he said, oops, let's go see what the National Guard over the National... Hey, y'all, let's give it up for Senator Cruz. He gets the Donkey of the Day award. But here's something to have been learned. If we could learn anything from this, is the fact of we will not invite Senator Cruz to go do nothing with us if we ain't supposed to do it, because he gonna snitch. He's a snitch. Listen, that truth always has a way of coming out, don't it? What they say, Sharita, if my Bessie's still in, she said, what's done in the dark will come to light. Odie said Ted's dad, Grandpa Monster, is spinning in his grave. Yeah, son, what are you doing down there? What are you doing? You know, but yeah, so he gets the Donkey of the Day award. But on the flip side, hey,
Can you believe that
who
this
knows?
guy in this picture
We
is
might
me?
go ahead and just give him, I don't know, we might give him some credit. He told the truth. He told the truth. I don't know. You know, I've heard stories about him as well. I don't know. Everything's alleged. Like I said, we're going to keep it all alleged. Oh, is that right? He's Canadian? Well, I know he'd be in trouble a lot, too, along with his cohorts. Coach, let's keep the main thing, Coach. Let's keep the main thing, Coach. I like that. Where them files at? Where them files at? That's what we talking about, right? We ain't forgetting. They're trying really, really hard, shutting down the government. You got Cruz accidentally telling the truth. But yeah, we need to make that's it. Where them files at? Where them files? That we need to make that a hashtag, right? Or a song. We all need to put a video on that. Like we all do a little clip singing that part, where them files at. And then y'all send it to I just put them together. And we just make a whole song of that. Every time they try to hit us with a distraction, I'll post it. All of us saying where them files at. We don't care about nothing else. Cause see, we see through the smoke screen. We know what's going on. They're trying to cover it up. They're trying to cover it up. And we know this. And the only reason I get it, I know there's people that's gonna be upset about what we're saying and not agree with it or not like it, and that's perfectly fine. But normal people know that if you putting that much hard work into trying to cover up something, usually it's because you're guilty. You know, usually it's because you're guilty. So even without releasing them, or well, I should say, the lack of them wanting to release them is already making them look guilty. The efforts, all that time and effort and all this distraction that they're doing to try to not put them out speaks volumes. It already speaks volumes. So Reginald said, oh, hell yeah. You know? So look, all right, we're going to go on to the second segment. And as I told you, the guy behind me right here, we call him Puffy Jacket. Those of you that are new to my platform, my show, first and foremost, welcome to hashtag I'm going to say it. But we call him Puffy Jacket for the simple fact I have been covering this dude and and all the stuff going on with him for almost 2 years now. And I've gotten one account that was permanently banned twice. And usually on this new one, when I say things about, or if I say his name, then I get a strike. So we have decided to just refer to him as Puffy Jacket. So going forward, if you are ever in the show and you hear us say that, that's who we're referring to right there. Now, I've mentioned some things as far as him wanting to talk and things of that nature, and I think we'll cover that in the third. We'll get more into that in the third segment. But on the second segment, video credit goes to our man's Murad Morelli. Like I said, he's over here in New York. Flew across the pond from London to cover the sentencing with Puffy Jacket here. And so he reported yesterday, it says Puffy Jacket raging. And raging's in capital letters. And it says defense lawyers very angry, new filings. And now it also goes on to say Kim and Kris Jenner lose it, shock lawsuit. Wow. I don't really know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what it is. Millie Hunt, 58. First and foremost, welcome in. Says, did you just say you're not allowed to say his name live on TikTok? What? What? Why? Yeah. Here's the thing. Some people can. Some people can. Some people can actually say his name and nothing happens to their. I've been in other people's shows and lives. They say his name all day, nothing happens. But when I say his name, when I say camel face and beehive, you know who I'm talking about? After if they allow us to finish the show, Rico, what's up with you, brother? Good morning. If they allow us to finish the show, it gets struck. I can't post it. I can't share the live. But in most cases, they'll just you can ask some of my people that's been rocking with me, my A1s in here. They'll shut us down right in the middle of the show. Rico, brother, thank you for that heart me. I appreciate you. How you doing? They shut my show down right in the middle. So we had to get creative and use code word or code names when we were talking about these people so we can keep the show going. Right? So yeah, that's where it comes from. That's why I said that. But now, I'm going to be honest. The Kim and Kris Jenner thing, I don't know. I think that may have something to do with Gay J. I'm not sure. But let's play. Let's listen. Let's listen. Yeah, just saying. See, yeah, she's my A1. We always get in trouble. I mean, it's like, and then don't let us start talking about breaking down these symbols and stuff that the Loomies are using. And that's another name, Loomie. I can't say the word, but y'all know it's a group. Whenever we get to talking about the Loomies, they shut it down. And at first I got mad, but now I get it. Because this platform only wants you to expose or deliver truth to a certain degree. And depending on how deep you get to it, if you start getting too deep in that truth and you start getting too close to what's going on, they can't let the other people hear that. They don't want that out. Rita is exactly right. Let me give it up to you, Rita. You're right. They stay trying to protect them people. That's it. Sharita says, and I always mess up. But yeah, we get in trouble. Yeah. Yeah, we always get in trouble. And all we do is sit here and come and deliver truth. And they don't like it. But now, if we get on here and we talk about like some reckless abandonment stuff or negative stuff like that, then yeah, they'll rock with. We can get on here and call each other bad names and all that all day and talk crazy to each other and act like we ain't got no home training. They ain't gonna bother us. We can get on here with the foul mouth and all that. They ain't gonna bother us. But when you start to point out, I'm gonna say when I start to point out, and when I say we, I'm talking about my news crew members and myself. But when we start to break down these symbols that they put in front of us, and I ain't gonna get too deep in it, mods, because I know we'll get in trouble. But we start breaking down the symbols and trying to fill you guys in on what to look for to know and to understand what you're looking at, because they play in your face. You've seen it. We got 76 people right now. All of you have seen it. Annabella, how you doing, love? They have shown symbols to you guys. Be it out while you're driving and shopping or watching TV or anything like that. Annabella, thank you for the heart, me love. How you doing this morning? You can go throughout your house and look at some of the products, and it's on there, right? But when you come and you try to spread that and enlighten people, they cut it. They cut it. All right, so let's get on. And this guy right here behind me, he's part of that. That's why he's gotten away with so many things. And that's why we stay bringing truth about him on here. That's why we have no problems exposing anything that he's done wrong. And we even sometimes will go back and take you back decades ago to show you exactly how the pattern of behavior fits what he's being charged with. Bestie Marie says, so true. It is, right? So let's get into it. Let's see what Mariah has to say.
So litigation, guys. We have to get into the rest of what is happening. I hate a creaky chair. Like, what can you not? It's so annoying. But anyways, let's get into this video because I have a headache. I don't want to get this through quickly because I have a headache. Hey guys, that's Murad Merali, daily and consistent content. Let's get straight into this video. I did not sleep properly last night. Had such bad dreams. Hate when that happens, guys. It really does mess you up. Anyways, Diddy is pissed. His lawyers have officially responded and they don't want Mia speaking tomorrow. Sorry, Friday. They don't want Mia speaking at all. They don't. Dear Judge Arun, we write in opposition in the government September 30th, 2025 letter, motion requesting that a person with the false name Mia speak at Mr. Combs' sentencing for charges of which she is not a statutory victim. Over defense objection, Mia was permitted to come into a courtroom, assume a fake identity, and lie about a defendant in a criminal case, all behind the shroud of anonymity. She lied that she has she lied that she had sexual contact, with Sean Combs without her consent. She lied that she was a victim. Virtually everything that came out of her mouth was a lie. One of the great vestiges of the Enlightenment, okay, Shakespeare, that once held sway over parts of Europe is trial by jury. And a jury of 12 people had little difficulty concluding that this person with the false identity, voice, and demeanor was lying. And then they go on to explain the fact that Sean Combs was basically acquitted. Somebody responds and says, Agnifilo is right to oppose Mia's request. I would have opposed it too. Agnifilo seems genuinely angry that Mia made this request. I am surprised that the government didn't diplomatically dissuade Mia from an attempt to speak at sentencing.
Are you overwhelmed by your payday?
Hold on, y'all. It's a commercial.
So, he does seem angry. Diddy is fuming. His lawyers are fuming.
Carlos,
everybody's angry that
welcome in.
Mia has come out of nowhere. They got two whacks yesterday. They got whacked when it comes to the new trial and acquittal all basically being thrown out. Then they got whacked again right after that with the prosecution.
I know that's
shot
right.
fired
Hey,
by them.
Mega Sales.
Mia wants to come and speak.
That's what we were saying. Where them files at?
5 minutes is a long time. And if you read her victim impact statement, which we read through in the previous video, it was beyond belief, very touching and shocking. So of course, Mark Agnifilo does not want this because this situation here is interesting because a victim impact statement cannot be cross-examined. The defense can't break down what Mia is saying, look into it. The only thing they can do is write a letter, oppose this and say, look, we had a jury. Look, they looked at Mia. They thought that she was XYZ and, he got acquitted. So therefore, we don't want her doing XYZ. Now, this is another choice for Judge Arun to make. If Judge Arun permits Mia to speak, this is another loss for defense. They've taken so many L's via Judge Arun. It wouldn't be surprising to me if they let Mia speak. But at the same time, I actually can see Judge Arun blocking Mia from speaking because it's very last minute. It can be seen as unnecessary. And this is the sentencing. The trial has been done. So I can see why Judge Arun might do this.
Hold on, though. Before we go further in the audio or listen to the audio, I want to point out something. The reason why they are trying to say that, where they made the comment saying she lied about her name and stuff like that. Here's the thing. They're trying to already discredit anything Mia says before the sentencing even happens. Puffy Jacket is so afraid of what she's going to say. His defense team is so afraid of what Mia is going to say that they're already trying to discredit her by saying, well, she didn't even use her real name, right? She's lying. That's not her real. So you can't take what she's saying. Annabella says exactly. See, you see what I'm saying? Like, so that's what they're already trying to do. That's the playbook. If they can already, because you got to remember, we told you all before the trial was even done and over with good. I mean, he had just gotten, everybody was celebrating. I ain't gonna say everybody because some of us know what we know, but his people, his followers, this guy up here, they were so happy that he got off on the RICO charges and things like that. And they thought it was a victory, like as if they were like, at best it's the DV. Okay, well, the DV isn't good either. But in any event, I digress. They was like happy about that. So in the midst of the celebration, we was trying to tell him, like, listen, it ain't over. Because you got to remember, even after the sentence, even after the verdicts was rendered, there were still lawsuits coming in against this dude, man. And so we knew. And then on top of that, he still got denied bail again. So we already knew that there was going to be some more things coming down the line. We already knew there were some things that was in the work. But I just want you all to know how his defense team, when they're saying that, you know, that's not even her real name. They're trying to already make her statement seem like it's not credible because she's lying about something and she's got something to hide. She can't be trusted.
But, you know, Diddy's lawyers are angry, and rightfully so. You know, Mia has come out of nowhere. Let's try to be objective, guys. Mia has come out of nowhere, wants to speak for 5 minutes, wants to say stuff. The defense are going to be like, hold on. We didn't prepare for this. We did not prepare for her to be speaking. We were too busy trying to argue for a new trial. So now what are we going to do? You know that they put this letter in because Diddy wants this, which means that Diddy is fuming. Diddy is upset, angry in that jail cell. Obviously, you know, calling up his lawyers to say, deny this, deny this, deny this. I'm pissed off, I'm pissed off, I'm pissed off. I feel like my headache is going. Thank you, Mia. And so, you know, we're going to see how this goes. This is going to be another choice. We're going to find out later today or tomorrow because, you know, the sentencing is Friday. And I told you guys, this week is going to be covered in litigation because now we've got this to worry about, whether Mia is now allowed to speak or not. So we will see. Only time will tell. Lawsuit. The Kardashians are pissed at Ray J and they filed a lawsuit, defamation lawsuit. Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner are fed up with Ray J, claiming they're the subject of a federal criminal racketeering investigation. So they're suing him for defamation because basically he's lying. Kim and Kris say it's just the latest in a decades-long campaign Ray J has waged against them. The lawsuit filed by Alex Spiro says Ray is unable to accept the end of his fleeting relationship
Annabella
with
says
Kim Kardashian over 20
maybe
years
they
ago.
want to make him a martyr too.
The lawsuit specifically
they probably
mentions
do.
TMZ's TV.US special Holmes, where Ray J said RICO charges against the Kardashians would be appropriate. He says, if you told me the Kardashians were being charged, I might believe it. That comment in the documentary was designed to plant the seed, according to Kim and Kris.
Hold on. Because you all know, if you follow me, you all know, personally, I don't like Gay J. I don't like him at all. Period. For personal reasons, right? But I'm trying to say how I can. Okay, let me see if I can put this to you all without getting in trouble, like what we talked about earlier. All right, Kim K and that family, they are prominent in that group that we were speaking about earlier. They are prominent in that group. Now, Gay J, other than being just Brandy's little brother, you know, Wave, what's good with you? Nah, leave in the cancel words. If I could have my freedom of speech, I would, but I know they don't like it on this platform. Other than being Brandy's little brother and having a couple of good songs and appearances or, you know, assisting on other songs, Gay J is nothing but a fun boy. He's Puffy Jacket's fun boy. He tried to do some things with this other, I don't know his name, Kai, I think it's Kai is how you pronounce it. I don't know. But anyways, and now he has a lawsuit filed against him for sexual assault. So I bring that up to get to this point right here. Gay J wants to be back and forth. He wants to be with the elite group, we'll say it that way. But then he also wants to tell the truth when he has his, you know, I don't know, come to Jesus moments. He wants to tell the truth and help the investigators or police and stuff. He's back and forth. But at the end of the day, he does not have the same reach, same clout, same power as Kim K. Other than the Smex tape with Kim K, Jenny, hey Bessie, I know you was in here, sis. She said, why is Gay J acting like a 20-year-old as a 40-year-old? It's really sad as, and I have to give it up to her. It is. It is. He wants to be hard. He wants to be where the drama is. He wants to pretend or portray that he's just some kind of thugonomic, but he's not. Prime example, back when we had that thing going around, that C19, and he, Millie said, you got that right. He's even irrelevant under now, even low hip hop. He's just trying to stay relevant. That's it. And he has not, he's grasping for straws, and he's never going to be relevant. Never. And so when we had that thing going around, that C19 thing going around, and they were doing what was it called with the artists, is the verses, and it was, I can't remember. Oh, it was him versus Mario. I think it was him versus Mario. I'm not sure. I think it was him versus Mario, but I'm not sure. In any event, yeah, it was. It was him versus Mario. But Lil Sammy was there too. Some of y'all remember, I like the way you look at me. I like the way you... him. Okay, he was there. Yep, Bobby Valentino was it. Wave know what I'm talking about. Okay, Wave. Okay, so you can verify this for me then. Now, while they was there, yep, that's it, Adrian. While they was there, Sammy was singing One Wish, which is Gay J's song. It's one of his good songs. I'll say that. It's one of his good songs. But Sammy was singing the song. Yeah, he had, yeah, while performing, he had his kids. Yeah. Now, when Sammy was singing his song, One Wish, Gay J's song, One Wish, truth be told, Sammy sounded better singing it than Gay J did. And it's his song. It's Gay J's song, right? But when people was saying that, Gay J got so butthurt. Wait a minute. Maybe I shouldn't use that word in conjunction with Gay J. Let's start over. So, when people were saying Sammy sounded better, look, Marino, she said, yes, so true. Yes, Adrian, Gay J was so upset. His pride was so crushed. He was walking back and forth. I'm going to tell you what he looked like. I never did it, but I attended a few, okay? So, what Gay J looked like was he was still in middle school. He was the cornball, but he wanted to fit in with all of the cool people. And so what he did was his parents left to go out of town or something, and he decided he was going to throw this cool party and invite all the cool people to the party so it could make himself look cool, right? But he was walking back after they were saying that Sammy sounded better, and his poor little feelings was hurt. He was walking back and forth like he had to make sure the house stayed clean so his parents didn't know that he threw a party while they was out of town. I mean, nothing hard about him. Listen, Gay J, and we're going to get back to the audio. This is the last thing I'm going to say, but Gay J, in order for me to stop coming for your head, I need you to come out and admit what you did or the hand you played in Whitney's passing. Until you do that, bruh, me and my family, I'll foot on your neck. It's just what it's going to be, right? So I don't take anything he says seriously. And if he thinks that he can file a lawsuit against Kim and her mom and all, man, these people are, I'm going to say britches, but take that BR off and put a W. These people are, man, they sit in a higher position in that elite world than he sits. Now, what will happen if he keep on doing what he's doing, he'll come up missing.
But they say he ratcheted things up during a live stream by basically saying the feds are coming, there's nothing I can do about it, this is going to be worse than Diddy. Kim and Chris also say this isn't Ray J's first time telling lies about other celebrities. For example, Ray J made claims months ago about being intimate.
And another thing, Gay J, you are dead wrong for getting into that dispute, domestic dispute with Princess, and then coaching your little kids when they crying and coaching them to lie to the police. You foul for that, bro. You foul, man. You a bee in a man's body. You are not a real man. Yes, Rita, he will be fully canceled. That's for sure.
With Sexy Red. She ended up hopping into a DM to say, basically, lay off, stop trolling me. And then, of course, he came out and he apologized himself. I do believe, Spiro tells TMZ, Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian have never brought a defamation claim before, nor have they ever been distracted by noise. But this false and serious allegation left them no choice. They've never done something like this before.
Never sue the other driver after.
Hold on, let me pause that commercial. Get past this commercial. Hold on, Wave. I'm gonna tell you. Pause that and take that on. All right. Him and Princess Wave, they were in an argument. They was in an argument, and it was a domestic dispute. And judging from how the kids were crying, Rochelle, hey bestie, thank you for the heart me. I appreciate it. How you doing? Judging from how the kids was crying and how they were acting, I'm assuming they heard him hit Princess, their mom. But in any event, they saw all of this going on. They heard all of this going on. And so he goes to them, and it's all recorded. I mean, it's recorded, man, and that's the crazy. I don't know if he didn't know that he hit record on the phone or what, but it got all of this. And so he goes to the children, his kids, and he's like, okay, mommy and dad, hold on, let me get his little BI voice.
It's okay, baby. It's okay, baby. Look, mommy and dad, I was just playing, right? We were just playing. We were just acting, right? Just, okay, yeah. So just let them know. Mommy and daddy were just acting. We were just playing. You know how when dad be on TV, we just be acting. That's all. Me and mommy, it wasn't. We were just playing. Okay? Yeah, just get your jacket on. Put your coat on. It's cold. Come on, baby. Put your coat on. Yeah, get your shoes. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah, mommy and papa were just playing. No, I'm sorry. Dada. Mommy and Dada was just playing. We were just acting. It wasn't serious.
That's wrong. That's wrong. You don't do that to the kids, man. You don't do that to the kids. Don't try to manipulate them into believing that you guys were just playing when you were assaulting their mother. And then you want them to lie to law enforcement. We can't do that. That's not. You see what I'm saying? So like this guy needs to stay in his lane, you know? And at the end of the day, that's what it is. That's what I was talking about, the way.
For Ray J to come publicly talking about, oh, you know, defamation, they're going down, it's worse than Diddy. This man, Ray J, I find to be so annoying. I'm so sorry. I find this man to be so annoying. He is literally just somebody who works for the big guns like Diddy, like Jay-Z.
Man, LaDonya, I hate to hear LaDonya, I'm sorry.
For them,
I hate to hear that.
And he just bullies multiple women.
A couple of my mother's boyfriends did that to her too, but luckily she met my stepdad, and I ain't had to see that no more. Now you've got a lawsuit on your back. But she never lied to me and tried to tell me that it was something that it wasn't.
Have your goons go to Kim Kardashian and beg her, you know, for forgiveness? But like you did with
exactly,
you know,
Sparky
Red,
Plug.
Like
Shout out to you, Sparky Plug.
Where you apologize. One minute you dislike Diddy, the next minute they try to jump you, and now you like Diddy. Like you just keep playing the fence with everybody. I don't know. It's just embarrassing. I don't know what it is. Is this man stuck in some kind of trauma? And, you know, he continues to lash out because that's all that this man knows from basically what happened in his childhood.
You heard
Because
it,
he
so you
definitely
knew what was
you know,
going on, right?
The boy for all of these men. Unfortunately, that's just what I believe this definitely is. But at some point, you have to take responsibility for your action. This is a grown man. Now you're facing a defamation
That's all I'm
lawsuit.
saying.
And Kim and Chris don't play. They're going to come for your neck. Do you
What did I
understand?
say?
Because
What
they
did I
know that
tell
you've got
y'all?
money.
Hashtag.
Ray
I'm
J
gonna
has
say
coin.
it.
This is the
Listen,
issue. Ray J was
listen.
on Love and Hip Hop.
Listen, people coming here, y'all might not like what me and the news crew members say, but baby, you can't deny we're not gonna tell you these facts. You don't have to like it, but we're gonna tell you. And what did I just say? Gay J trying to play around with the Kardashian. Man, you what? These women are notorious for soul snatching. They are notorious. It has been alleged that they really do BLOOD rituals. You gonna sit up here and play with? Hey, Bestie Marie said straight up. Listen, hey, ain't gonna hold you, man. Listen, you can't play around with stuff like that. Now look, you know they gave you a springboard to try to get your career off the ground. Now you know she gave you a little cooch. I made a video. I mean she wasn't good at it, but I mean you know she made it look bad. But the thing about it is, I mean it put you on. Let's be honest. That's what made Gay J relevant. You know. So KB says they have a patent on Soul Snatcher 2000. I believe it too. They do. That's real spill right there, KB. That's real spill. And if we can be honest about it, Gay J really hadn't been the same since he did that hunching with Kim K on the video. He ain't been right since. The man was crashing out with over the fact that she was with Ye. And he had to make a song. I hit it first. And I don't even know if let's just be honest. Since we just open and honest here, is it really something to be proud of that you hit Kim K? Because who hasn't? I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't think if I was the one who wanted participation trophy, that wouldn't be the event that I would want the participation trophy for. Having smicks with Kim K. That's not what, you know. Wave said might be something to what he's doing, pimping. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you what I think he's doing playing these games, brother. I think he is going to end up losing. You know, I'm just saying what I'm saying. I'm just saying, I'm trying to say what I'm saying without saying what I'm saying, because you know this platform, right? But these are people who are connected. And I don't think he has, because Brandy ain't making no new songs. And let's be honest, Brandy got her own situation. She can't tell the truth on who her baby daddy is. And she's still going through it from unaliving the lady in the car wreck. So you can't use her fame. Wave said, I got you. Okay, good. Annabella says, that's for sure. I'm saying, we're just being honest. We ain't trying to hurt nobody's feelings. We just telling the truth. So now to be relevant, you're trying to. KV said, I grew up thinking Bruce Jenner was a real man, and they stole that from me. Houdini. Be like, yeah, you know. Sparky Plug said, we are picking up what you putting down. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. Because it's real out here, man. And truth be told, man, this is a scary, not a scary, but this is a dangerous job, right? So anytime you going against the their code of conduct and you spreading the truth, it can come with some serious things. And even though like I said, I don't care about Gay Jay at all, but I do want him to pay attention that he is playing a deadly game. Hey, my first one, my baby's in here. How you doing? Look, hold on, I'm gonna bring you up real quick. Let's see. Can you? If it'll let you, it might not let you come up. Let's see. There she is. Hey, everybody, that's my baby. That's the one that made me a dad. That's my firstborn right there.
Hello.
How's work going, beautiful?
I'm ready to go home. I'm tired.
Hey, I understand. What you got there? What at 6:30? Yeah, LaDonna, that's my daughter. 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Oh yeah, boy. I know you saying, look, I can't wait to get home. Don't nobody talk to me. Don't nobody ask me for nothing.
It's crazy because when I get up, I'm fine, and then I get to work. I'm fine, walking around, stuff like that, and then around 9, 10 o'clock, I start getting sleepy. I'm ready to go to bed.
Yeah, Wave, that's the little homie. LaDonna said she looked just like you. Yeah, look. What you said you get off at 2:30?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How's Man feeling?
He act like he never sick.
Oh, okay.
He
Well, just
running around the house.
make sure he stay away from everybody still.
Yeah, that's impossible.
Yeah, Wade, that's the one that used to be wild when we lived in Duval. Yeah. That's her. Yeah. But you said he is staying away from everybody?
No.
Listen, go ahead and get the elderberry gummies and give it to him so everybody stay from getting sick, okay?
Right. Right.
Okay, so you can stay with me, baby. I'm gonna mute you up though, okay?
Okay.
All right, you can rock with us though. It ain't no thing. Okay. All right, so we're gonna get back to the audio real quick. We're almost done with segment 2.
Well, he was on what's that other show called again? Where they do Baddies Club and that platform. I don't know what that's called, but that platform, he's worked with them as well. He's worked, on these live streams. He's done music. He's worked like everywhere. So the man definitely has coin. Maybe not enough, which is why he's doing all of this. But he has enough coin to give to them if they lose. And the lawsuit, guys, is asking for compensation and punitive damages. So the Kardashians are definitely coming for money. And they don't even need money. But it's actually a lesson to say, now you've gone too far. You're trying to say that we're under RICO, the police are coming for us. What are you trying to say? They wouldn't have sued Ray J for defamation if this was true.
Yeah.
They would not have sued, I believe. And I believe that this also is good PR work for them. Not that I'm, team Kim and Chris, but I just feel like Ray J is just annoying, man. Like, just go away, do something productive. Acting like I can't, this is probably what it is. I can't stand a grown man in their 40s acting like a damn child. I can't stand like that.
Hey, Jenny, did you say
it? It's so common now more than ever, where you have in their 40s, early 50s, but especially in the mid 40s, just acting like they're 21.
Yeah.
Acting like they're 21. Like, go get it. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, I just don't understand. It's just embarrassing. Let me know thoughts when it comes to this video, guys.
Let's give it up to Murad on that, man. He came through again with it, and I agree with him. Like, it's annoying. He's annoying. He just is.
For those of you who don't have a high yield savings,
hold on. Before we get to the third segment, let me cue it up real quick. All right, got that queued up. All right. Having 4 kids is like herding sheep, trying to separate them when one is. Yeah. It's wild. It's wild. Yep. All right, we're gonna transition to seg 3. All right, and do me a favor, you all, please gift my daughter, please gift her. Go and follow her. I'd appreciate that. Keep tapping and clapping. It don't cost no green to tap that screen. So segment 3, video credit goes to Miss Lowdown. And Miss Lowdown, I like Miss Lowdown because not only does she give me receipts, not only does she give me the pure uncut truth, but she adds some words in it that be funny, like shitaka. That's funny to me. And then it's other things she say. What's it? Tingle mingle or mingle tingle or something like that. It's funny. It's funny. She may use it in here. I don't know. But in any event, the title is Puffy Jacket Will Be Heard on Sentence Day, and Cassie is scared for her life. Prayers up for the victims. And yes, absolutely. I agree with her on that. We do have to send prayers up for the victims, because the victims, known and unknown victims, we still have to keep them in our prayers.
Okay, y'all. Diddy will be heard on sentence day. So he's going to speak to the judge. Okay? And Cassie is scared for her life right now. She just sent a letter to the judge. A very emotional letter, too. So we're about to talk about it. Okay, y'all? Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to my day 1s, 2s, and 3s. Thank you to all my new subscribers that's coming in. That means well. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all. And welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. So everything is alleged. Some is not. And the fair accuse is in my description box, y'all. So let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. So Diddy is saying, I want to talk to the judge personally, y'all. He ain't acting like, I guess, was it Tory that didn't say anything, didn't testify, didn't do nothing in his own behalf and got sent off? Well, Diddy is acting like he is going to talk his way out of this. Okay, y'all? This is what he acting like now. He act like he knows something we don't know. And the reason why I say that is because he not only wants to speak at a sentencing day, okay, Friday, he wants to wear his own street clothes. Like he know he gonna walk up out of there. This is how he's acting so arrogant and act like he already got it in the bag. Unless they done paid somebody off. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. Because he is acting real arrogant now. Like, I want to speak to the judge personally. And I want to wear my own clothes. Well, because I ain't about to be up in here. It's time to go. And
that's scary, because during the trial, we saw that pretty much came out to be true. We was wondering why that the defense team was acting so lackadaisical and not in a rush to, or not adamant to put evidence out that would definitely prove he was innocent. They wasn't working towards that. Well, now we knew, because a couple of jurors they had already gotten to, basically.
And this is how he's acting, y'all. Okay? This is weird on so many levels. This child right here think he just got it in the bag. Before Diddy finds out how long he's going to prison, he's got some things to get off his chest. This is what they're reporting. And he's planning to say it in open court. Friday's hearing in federal court, where Diddy will be sentenced for his conviction of 2 counts of the Mann Act, is a little more interesting now. This is what they're saying, because he wants to address the judge. Like, let me go and talk to him, because this ninja better listen to the ninja better listen to me. You know what I'm saying? This is how he's acting, like, I'm P. Diddy. Let me go address this ninja. You know what I'm saying? So arrogant, act like he got it like that, okay? In court documents, his attorney, Tenny Garagos, whatever it is, says that the sentencing proceeding holds significant importance for Mr. Combs. He wishes to appear before the court, address your honor, and allocute. I hope I said it right, y'all. In the most dignified and respectful fashion possible. This is what they're saying. So he's going to go there and try to talk his way out of this mess. Ain't that what got him in this mess? Talking his way into all kind of stuff. The bullying, the everything. I can break up with you and you can't date nobody else, but I can date who I want to, men, women, whatever, and you can't be with nobody. That type of attitude. The attitude of, I don't care if you tad at this party. You gonna stay at this party and do what I tell you to do, animate. That type of stuff. And drag you back to the hotel. That type of stuff. Okay, y'all? This guy is so arrogant, it makes no sense. And I just don't understand why everybody else ain't getting punished with him. I know people like, oh, she is Mr. Lock You Up. But no, it's not that. Everybody that played a part in what happened with R. Kelly should have played it. It was people that was passing them little ones phone numbers to and asking for their number to give to R. Kelly. He had a lot of middle people, and nobody got in trouble with him. But the manager, I think, got a little bit of something. But other than that, nobody got in trouble. All those people that played a part. That's crazy.
Angela said he's going to go scot-free.
Because a lot of things that's happening right now,
Adrian
a lot of
Doug
people
said
around them
facts.
play a part in why it's happening.
That's
R.
the
Kelly
scary
wouldn't have
part
did
about
that
it.
to that many people if they was letting them get the numbers his own self. Okay? A lot of people played a part in that. And helped, it along. And it's the same thing with P. Diddy. P. Diddy got taught this lifestyle from his mama, allegedly. Okay, y'all? He not only got taught, but he taught his youngsters
But that doesn't
under
give him a
him
pass now.
to do the same thing. And this is the way you live your lifestyle.
Wade said their
And be a
moms
lot
and
of
dads should
people
have been
call
arrested
themselves trying to
too.
defend
I
the
agree with
Diddy's
you on that.
and, they
It's just
little ones.
Grams.
But
How you
I
doing,
see
bestie? Welcome in.
little drip drops of Diddy. Okay, y'all? That's going to be
Cooper
just
P
like
says,
it.
can't believe he's
Even
not
the
going to get
female
anything.
version.
The way it's looking.
Because
Hey,
they
thank you for that
feel
heart,
like
me. I
they,
appreciate
I
it. It's
don't
just
know, like they
Grams.
earned that money or stuff. That money that went to his kid's head, that they ignore the facts that's out here
Please
about the
learn
mama and how the mama
to
went out,
pronunciate before going
all of that
live.
stuff.
That's really arrogant.
Hey, listen, if you own a business.
I mean, no, I'm not gonna say it's. I mean, some words people don't know how to pronounce. I'm not gonna tell her she need to do that. Like, All right, baby. Have a good day at work. Thank you for coming in. Amaro says rich adults living alternative lifestyles. That's it. You will never understand. No, I don't. Well, like I said, I don't care to understand. I don't, because I'm about the word. I'm about the Bible, and it doesn't say to do any of that. Lambert says then learn them beforehand. That's all. Maybe she tried and forgot by the time she got through her life. I don't know. I mean, we focusing on the main thing here. So here's what I'm saying with this though. The thing that's scary about it is just like we seen in the trial. There was things that proved, in addition to us already knowing prior to, because there's a lot of things in the trial that wasn't brought up, but he still got to pretty much not face too much. I mean, he didn't get released, so he's still in trouble. But the thing about it is he has the ability to still put stalk fear into people on the outside. And that could still hinder the outcome to this, It's just Grant said to Lambert, tell that to Rumpy Roast. He has a kindergarten vocabulary. I know, he has a very bigly vocabulary. Man, yeah. So that's what has me not ready to say, yeah, he's gonna get time. Now, what I am praying for is that Judge Submarinian sticks to his guns or sticks to his oath, I should say. Let me say that. Stick to his oath and actually carries out justice. And I hope that he takes the letters in the lawsuits that came after the trial was over with into consideration. That's all I hope for.
Are they serious, y'all? They really think that Diddy can control himself? That he ain't gonna go do nothing? He ain't gonna hurt a fly? It's people petrified right now that he's gonna get out. That said anything or whatever. Because y'all gotta remember, a lot of people was quiet. There was a lot of quiet people that knew.
Yeah, Amaru. The letters that came after, like what she's talking about, like you might have been asleep in the past couple of days, and that's fine. But like, so Cassie submitted letters to the judge. Her mother submitted letters to the judge about the things that he was doing to them, as far as trying to blackmail them, extort them, the things of that nature, the fear that they felt, the healthy fear. Now, you are not in any position to dictate or determine what fear, amount of fear these people felt. But they did submit letters. That's what I'm talking about. You know. So yeah, I'm serious. And the reason you said the statement, that's a ridiculous statement. The letters that came afterwards. Yeah. So what I mean by that, I'm gonna break it down to you. And then this is gonna be probably the last attention you get. I'm not gonna put you over. But when I say the statement, the letters that came afterwards. Okay, so these letters were submitted, I think a couple of days ago, right? And so the trial is already over. So that's what I mean by afterwards, after the trial, right? These letters have been submitted. In addition to that, Amaru Khan, I guess that's your name, Amaru Khan, I think I'm pronouncing it right. In addition to that, there has been lawsuits filed against him after the trial, So that's what I mean by after. I don't know, Millie. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know. So that's what I mean. But yes, I'm serious, because you got to think about it. He still got charged with two things, right? And so the sentencing is tomorrow. Now, the federal prosecutor is already, we're going to get back to the audio in a second, people. Hold on. I'm trying to run Amaru down the line real quick. The federal prosecutors are saying to the judge that they want him to get 11-3. Hold on, because I know that's, they want him to get 11 years and 3 months. All right? Puffy Jacket and his defense team, which quite naturally are trying to tell the judge that they want him to basically already get time served and get out tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, if you think about it, even the 3 RICO charges that he was found not guilty on, Judge Submarinian didn't really agree with that. But he went with it because that's what the jury came back with, right? Now, after that, the defense team and Puffy Jacket was still asking the judge for bond to allow him to be bailed out. And the judge still denied that, which made the 4th time that this guy was denied bail. Now, in situations like this, Amaru, your character carries you a long way when it comes to judgment, right? Meaning, if you have a history of violent behavior, you have a pattern of violent behavior, and the judge deems that you are not liably able to coexist with society without being or without posing as a threat or a danger to others, then he will not let you out, which, like I just told you, he denied him, right? That's why. Now, to put on top of that, as we're leading up to his sentencing tomorrow, if you still have, and I have to say alleged, right? But if you still have alleged victims reaching out to the judge and saying, hey, I'm in fear of my life, this is what he done to me, this is what happened, And then you have Sarah, you have Jeff, you have Joseph, you have Mary, you have Dan, you have Barbara, and you have so on and so forth. And all of these people are bombarding the judge with these letters and giving their accounts of their times of dealing with him and the things that he did to them. That is going to factor in to what the judge gives him. Chances are he probably won't say time served if he's sticking to his what he's going by based on the law. That's why when they had the court appearance last week, when the defense team was trying to bring up stuff on his behalf, Judge Submarinian was like, well, what does that got to do with the price of tea in China, basically? Well, why are you bringing that up? How is that conducive to what we're here for? Now, when I take that, I'm already seeing it as a judge is not playing. I don't care about any of the other stuff that really don't even have anything to do with what we're here for. So all that framework talk, if you don't have facts, if you don't have legitimate facts on why you feel I should side your way, don't even bring it up. I don't have time and I don't have the patience. Rochelle says, if these letters are written and sent correctly, they can carry a lot of weight. That part right there, Bessie, that's what I'm trying to convey to Amaru. I don't know what part of that was hard to get, but I hope we brought you up to speed, brother.
What was going around in the industry with Diddy, and they was quiet as a mouse. People were petrified of this man. And there were a few that took the stand against him. And they petrified right now that they even said anything. I really truly hope that this judge do right by the victims. I'm just gonna say it, y'all.
I do.
I have to say it. At least one alleged victim, Diddy's former assistant. I thought this was the chef. This ain't the chef. I thought it was the chef, y'all. My bad. Okay. His former assistant, who testified under, the pseudonym Mia, under the name Mia, I guess, has filed a request to be in court Friday to read her victim's statement. Y'all. So she's a victim too, and she
Rochelle
was
said, "I've been asked to write a
assistant.
few. The judge did read them.
And
it goes a long
she
way.
is coming to
It
read
plays
her
a
statement
part.
as well. Diddy is facing a maximum sentence of 20 years. That's what I was telling y'all. It doesn't matter if it depends on that judge. It does not matter what the prosecution is asking for. It doesn't matter what the defense asking for. The judge can do whatever it is he sees fit for the situation. And a lot of people is hoping that the maximum sentence is given to Diddy. Y'all, a lot of people is hoping for it. They say it is well overdue, especially
Agreed.
with the things that he has done and got away with. This is how a lot of people's feel. Okay? He is facing a maximum sentence. The 11 years is the minimum of what they're asking for, I believe. While prosecutors have recommended he get just over 11 years. So just over could mean 15. I'm just saying, y'all.
Yeah, legal.
Diddy's
It's got to be
speech is
legal.
crucial.
Yeah,
His speech,
absolutely,
y'all,
best.
is crucial, as it could impact where the judge ultimately lands on the sentence. No pressure. Yeah, no pressure. No pressure. This is what they're saying. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Today, I'm going to talk to you about how
And
you
so
can buy a
that's what
rental
that's what I'm
property
saying
using.
as far as it's a lot of moving parts leading up to it. That's what I mean by when we were saying that it's not over, even after the verdict was rendered. We still had so much to go through, and the thing about it is, it still could go either way. The judge still could give him time served. So, but then too, it could be he could honor what the federal prosecutors are asking for, 11 years, 3 months. Or if he's having a bad day, he could just give him the 20 years and be done with it. You know? Dean says you want to throw the book, and you both probably voted for Trump. Trump. Oh man, you definitely don't know who I am, Dean. We can tell you're a foreigner. Cause anybody that's rocked with me know good and well I don't like no cheddar color coat leader. Now you probably did talking like that. Seems like you did. Millie Hunt said federal court is very different than regular court. He will get time. Believe that. I think he deserves it. Annabella said 20 years would be great. Listen, he got away with a lot. He hurt a lot of people, man, Tori says, I think he's going to get like 5 years. That's what someone was saying that yesterday, too. I can't remember who it was, but they said the same thing. They was like, they thinking 5 to 9. James said, yes. Tommy LP 1000 said, cheddar color coat leader train. Yeah. Yeah, for you, not me.
About Cassie. Did you hear about Cassie, y'all? She sent a letter to the judge. And she's basically saying she's scared for her life. She fears for her life right now. This is what she's saying. She's also saying that she's going through a lot of trauma. Like, she's saying that she's, she was manipulated. She says that she is having nightmares, y'all. And she also said that she has moved her family pretty much out the state. She's scared for her life right now of Diddy and his goons. Yeah.
Adrian, why do people come in folks' lives and just start saying anything?
Do not blame her to be scared when you have him and he's very associated.
Remember when we were saying, Adrian, on the other show where the majority of us was like in science class and math class and, stuff like that. They were in the lunchroom eating glue. They're in a special class, like it's like they gotta get it out. But hey, what they fail to realize though is y'all are welcome. You know why you're welcome? Because you helping my platform. So come on in here and be ignorant. But understand though, my people gonna get you. And they gonna come for you now. So if you want to come in and be ignorant, then come on. But you also prove, especially those that come in with Trump trying. Yeah. Hey, release the files. Where them files at? Where them files at? That's what we want to know.
Hard with Jay-Z. And there is something out here with him saying that Jay-Z is the finisher. The finisher. He's the cleanup man.
Hey, Rita, where them files at?
He's still out here with her. Just saying, y'all. This is what she's saying. Cassie Ventura is very much afraid of Diddy taking retribution against his victim.
I believe he will.
The rapper's monster's ex-girlfriend wrote a letter to the judge who will determine the sentence of P. Diddy's conviction on 2, selling of the
Let me pop my fan in
charges or the pack whackers. Because they was in there.
Thank you all for the follow.
Saying she fears for her own life. FP
That's
Diddy
right, Southern
free.
Spicy Girl. Tell her.
And this is what she put up there.
That
y'all.
one need to be
and
worried
it's
about.
all in the hands of this man right
file.
here, right now. What they gonna do with Diddy? And like I said, I hope they don't go lenient on him because they sent R. Kelly up the river.
They did.
So why is we trying to, pedal a Diddy off for sure a little bit and pull him back? I'm just saying, y'all. Sending him up the river too, if he did wrong. And the things he did was much worse.
Hey, James, thank you for sharing the live out. I appreciate that, brother.
So ain't nobody trying to hear all of that. Diddy needs to be held accountable.
Look, I ain't gonna lie, show that's funny. He said Puffy Jacket need to write a letter to the judge asking for his money back. That was funny. That's funny. That was funny. Listen, I don't think he's the only one, because like I said, there was other people that helped. But I'm not going to sit here and say that he needs to get off scot-free. And I'm not going to say he didn't do anything, because anytime you try to purchase evidence from someone, anytime you try to pay off somebody not to say nothing, you're guilty. You are already saying you're guilty, right? That's how I look at it. His grandson show Troy Love says you must miss going to his parties. Birds of a feather flock together. I know that's right, Bessie. He sounded like he was the first one. Ain't that what Elmer Fudd say? First? He was the first one that gave up his cell phone and slid off in it. And I do mean slid, because you know the baby oil on the floor. Slid it right on in there, didn't you?
The things that he has done. I don't care what nobody say. You got people moving out of the state where they live, moving their families. Cassie says she moved her family up out of there. Yo. Yes. So she had to take some of her winnings and move her family out of there. That she won. Because people act like she didn't deserve that money that she got. If you ask me, she should have got more from what she dealt with.
Talking to you, Troy. Show Troy.
If you live in Georgia and have
Show Troy love. These women went to the bank, not the cop. Oh, contrario, amigo, that's not true. See, you come in, you do not know your facts. Because if you did, you would know that this dude paid off cops too. So cops did get money and go to the bank. Now, see, you're new here. You need to follow us a little more, a little longer. Because we've already done shows and already proved all that. Listen, I'm all for you need to come in, you need some attention. That's I get it. Maybe you didn't get enough attention growing up, and that's perfectly fine. Listen, if you gonna say something like that though, you got to make sure you come with evidence. We've already covered this. Like, man, I mean, we've been doing this thing for real. Like, this ain't something new. We just didn't wake up this morning and jump on here and start talking. We've been putting in that work. We've covered it all, fam. I'm gonna be honest with you. We done covered it all. And yeah, he did pay off some cops. I'm gonna let you in on the list. This is for free right here, show Troy. I'm gonna show you some love, Troy. It's not only cops that benefit from it as well. There's attorneys. There's some judges. There's other people on the outside too that benefit from stuff like this. See, what you got to understand, Troy, is that it is a community. It is a group of them that run together, that look out for each other. In fact, Troy, how do you think he got away with so many crimes for so long? It's just Gramps. Thank you so much for the pumpkins. I appreciate that, bestie. How do you think, like, some of these people that you're saying they deserve it, they went along with it, they got the money, as if money is going to cure some of the things that they had to endure? But how do you think he got away with it? Some of it. Because there's cops involved. Okay, so let me give him one more thing, people, and then we're gonna move on. I know you all got to have your day. You go on. I got to get ready to go film for the show. I ain't gonna take him back that far. I'll bring him recently. We'll bring him recently. We'll bring him to the Kid Cudi situation. Okay, so remember how Kid Cudi, his car got right? And then the LAPD came over there, investigated and everything, even after what's her name had said that he drove over there. He took her and him and the one of his security detail people, and they drove over to Kid Cudi's house, and he the car, right? Okay, but remember, there was no evidence after the LAPD people came and did the investigation. Remember, some evidence never got submitted. The evidence couldn't be found anymore, right? And see, on that show particular show that we was talking about that on, we correlated it with what happened to Notorious B.I.G. in Los Angeles back in 1997. We showed you how it proved that he had people that were on the law enforcement agency, that officers that was in his back pocket. We proved all of that. El Kazan, how you doing? Thank you for the heart, me love. So yeah, make sure when you say something on here, man, make sure it's something that's real.
And that one that didn't come to court, that people were saying that she was going to get in trouble for not coming to court, she should get in trouble too. Because she gave statements, she went on Tasha K's show, and she gave interviews and all kinds of stuff.
I think she's talking
all
about
the
Gina.
stuff that Diddy did to her. And she turned around and would not come to court. And then as soon as it was too late for them to go to court, she popped out and she talking shit on social media after she lied to the feds.
Was it?
That she was going to testify.
I'm not sure. It might be
People
Gina
like
she's
that.
talking
It
about.
should be set an example. I'm just saying. That don't make no sense. Or was she that afraid?
Hey, babe. Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. I see what you're doing. Thank you.
Because we know she's scared of Diddy. Oh, yes. It could have been somebody got to her. Ain't no telling. He probably still paying her bills, too, just like he paying the other girl bills. That's why he can keep up with her. If you paying somebody bills, you can keep up with them.
Yeah, that's true.
He probably had her wrapped around his little finger. That's why she didn't come to court. And she got videos out here. It's crazy. I would have used it in court, the whole video. Used it in court. Anyway. And her statements, because I know they had to write down what she was putting in the statements. Still would have used it.
Hey, good morning, Melissa. How you doing, Bessie?
I don't know if they could or not. I'm hearing that some stuff gonna be unsealed for us to know what's going on. So that's a good thing.
Thank you for the autumn love,
So y'all
Rochelle.
stay tuned.
Appreciate that.
Stay tuned because it is going down. Cassie is scared for her life. Diddy is fighting for his, and he think he can talk his way out of it Friday.
Let's give it up to Miss Lowdown. Listen, people. Listen. Again, we've got to keep it. I know during the trial, we saw what we felt should have been enough evidence for him to be found liable for RICO, and he got off on that. Again, I said during the trial, even if he gets off on certain things, it doesn't mean that he's not guilty. It's all about who he knows. It's all about who he deals with. It's all about who's covering up for him. It's all about his reach. It's all about who he can influence, who he can intimidate. Right? And I think we saw that come to play. Because anytime you've got proof that you tried to pay for a security video so you wouldn't get caught, anytime you are documented paying off a law enforcement officer not to report anything or say anything, anytime you are paying off a person who's running a hotel, you paying them to give you the tape, and then there's people present as you're making the transaction of the person that's bringing you the tape and you giving them the money. You have your workers present. That proves it was RICO. We had extortion, we had blackmail, we had it all. We had, but in any event, he got off. And so I say that to get to this right here. So tomorrow, although we know all the things that are coming out afterwards, like we are seeing some of the things as far as the letters that victims are writing. Again, alleged victims, I have to say, are writing. But at the end of the day, we still know that it's a game to be played here. We still know that these certain people still deal with people that allow them to get off with certain things that you and I and any other people wouldn't stand a chance of walking out that courtroom free on. All right? So I don't want everybody to get so honed in on us getting one sentence coming down, because that may not happen. It may not happen. And then we'll be like, well, why not? And then it's like, now we're left with disappointment in the judicial system. Well, I can't say we left with, because we always got disappointment in the judicial system, because it's a it's two different justices that we deal with here. So, but I just want to make people aware of that. Like, even though we see and we know that this is what he should get, it doesn't mean it's necessarily going to happen, right? So we're just going to meet here and try to read and follow along and see what's going on. And I didn't know, like Miss Lowdown was just saying, I didn't know that there were going to be more things unsealed and coming out. But I told you all earlier in today's show that there was a lot of things that weren't presented in the trial, during the trial, that I felt would have helped the prosecutors out more if they had submitted this stuff. So maybe we'll see where it's going to go. I'm not going to sit here and say this man is going to get a certain amount of time, because I don't know. I'm going to put it to you this way. If he doesn't get the amount of time I feel he should get, I suspect that because of who he is. If he does get the time he deserves, great. Subramanian stood down, 10 toes down on what he took an oath to do. And the brother says, I believe he's going to go free. That's a very strong possibility, as scary and as unjust or unjust it is. Yeah. Rochelle says, very powerful, very political, and very monetized. Exactly. That's what the judicial system is based on right now. Okay. Real quick, before we end the show, this just came up. And a while back, we had done a show, and and I don't know if this is exactly what I was talking about during that show. Annabella says, just being honest. No, and you're right. You're totally right in what you're saying, Bestie. I mean, you're totally right. The unfortunate aspect to this is he very well may walk free. Even in spite of all the evidence that's been proven, in spite of all the things that we know that they didn't even present, he still may walk free. That's a true statement. AB says he didn't keep him in that long to let him go. AB, don't take this the wrong way. Don't take this the wrong way, AB. But I pray that you're right. I don't want anything bad to happen to nobody. I don't wish ill on nobody. But I do believe these people out here doing the crime and being favored or whatnot because of their political or their celebrity status getting free. No, we got to end that. We got to end that. Somebody, hold on. Annabella says, just watch The Orange Man. Yeah, you see how he walked. AB says, now DJT may let him go just for a get back. Me too. AB says, me too. Facts. You never know. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to. Yeah, and you're right. The cheddar color coat leader, I don't know. He could give him a pardon. But the reason why I don't think he's going to is I think he's still upset because this guy went against him during the, well, we can't say the E word. So I'm going to say the competition to run the country. We'll put it like that. He was on the opposite side of him. And there's also a video that we played in a previous show where he basically was calling out the cheddar color coat leader about the things that they get to do amongst their elite group, But in one of the shows, we was talking about Russell Simmons, and I was stating how his daughter was on an Instagram live that I came across one point, and she was crying. I mean, and she was saying all the things that her dad allegedly, and I say alleged only because I wasn't there, but allegedly Russell Simmons did to her sister, her mom, the things that they had to live through. And for some reason, it's a short that just popped up, and it says Russell Simmons' family calls out his bullying and disrespectful behavior. I'm going to click on it and play it real quick just to see if that's what I was talking about.
It honestly make me feel better if something was severely wrong, because this is just not the father that I know.
Aoki Lee Simmons is in tears as she explains
her difficult relationship with her father, Russell Simmons.
My dad was always good to me, and then he just completely changed.
Russell's family is accusing him of erratic and abusive behavior as Aoki shares on social media screen grabs and text messages and soundless video of Russell appearing to berate her. Mom Kimura has also weighed in.
Probably the breaking point for all of this was over the past many months when their dad just sort of cut them off.
As for the people asking why Aoki would take this public and put her family on blast on social media, it feels to me like this is a last-ditch effort. Like they've tried everything, and maybe the only way to get through to Russell is to go public with him. She said he needs help, and maybe this is her way of ensuring that that happens.
It would honestly make me feel better if something was severely wrong, because this is just not the father that I know.
Aoki Lee Simmons is
All right, that's
stop buying generic.
That's where it was that I was talking about on the show we had before, talking about him, and the thing about that is he also So when that happened, when I came across, and his daughter was on her Instagram live and she was crying. I mean, they only played a very small portion of it, but I was watching the whole thing and I felt really bad for her. I wanted to give her a hug, but while that was happening, someone who's a friend of the family, I can't remember who it was, but they went and told her mom. And then her mom jumped on Instagram and saw her daughter crying and what she was going through, or what she was talking about. Excuse me. And then Kimura went on her Instagram live and she talked about it. And after those things happened, Russell Simmons, I don't know if he did it prior to this day and she was just showing it, or I don't know how it happened. But in any event, there was a video of him, and I mean, he's going off. He's screaming, "Gina, how you doing, beautiful?" He's screaming at them, like he's like going off on them, like he's like yelling. Like, the reason why that was significant, or I bring that up, because everything that they were saying that he was trying to combat and say that they were lying about, he was currently demonstrating in that video, right? And of course, allegedly he left the country because of being accused of having sexual relationships with people that's not the age of consent as well, allegedly, right? And the rumors, I'm gonna say rumors because I don't know for sure about his sexuality and him liking boys or men of the same sex. So I wanted to play that because I was talking about it during that show. We couldn't find it, but then that popped up out of nowhere, like it had no reason to even come up, and I seen it. So I wanted to play that. That's what we were talking about. Once again, oh, Jenny says he did get with their mom at a young age, though, and he did. He really, he did. That's no lie. It's documented, right? So I don't think we even have to use the word alleged on that.
Behind vacant eyes,
Rochelle said, I found a story on him in The Root about Russell.
But the truth's gonna break through.
Once again, thank you all for joining us for hashtag I'm Gonna Say It. Another great episode. Thank you all for making it that way. I appreciate you joining. If it's your first time ever coming in and joining us, we pray that you come back and join us. We enjoyed your presence. Remember, all your presence is a gift to us that we appreciate, humbly appreciate. So I want to thank you all for joining us. Let's give it up to my moderators, because I always keep them busy and they do an awesome job at keeping the show within the confines and boundaries of what it needs to be. And thank you to all of my gifters and uplifters. Thank you so much for giving. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Without you all, we couldn't even be. Thank you. And as I stated before, I'd like to say it again to make sure, last but not least, thank you all for choosing us to hang out with for these past couple of hours. Thank you. If you all are pro wrestling fans or whatnot, and you like video games too, tonight at 6 p.m. over on YouTube, there's a channel, Global Impact Wrestling TV, and they will be having a show called Thursday Night Throwdown, which will be at 6 p.m. on Global Impact Wrestling TV's page. Go and subscribe to them and watch it there. Wholesome family entertainment, just for fun. We morph into video game characters and go into the world of pro wrestling on there. As well, on Saturdays, if you have Twitch, if you go and follow MC3SFT at 5 p.m., he has a show as well. That's Outlaw Championship Wrestling. They'll be having their show there, Saturday Night Showdown. You can come and join us over there as well. If you've missed any of the past episodes of Hashtag I'm Gonna Say It, they are available. If you go on YouTube and subscribe to my channel, GSmooth404, you can find them there. Either way, if you're joining us live here on TikTok, if you're joining us live via Rumble, via YouTube, or via Facebook, we thank you. We thank you for your support. We thank you for following us. And we pray that you continue doing so. We do have Hashtag I'm Gonna Say It shirts available right now. If you would like to purchase one of those and support the show and the platform, get with me, inbox me, and we'll get you taken care of, and get that squared away. And like I said, you could be anything in the world. Be somebody. And I pray that you all stay covered by the blood of Christ. Peace and blessings to you all. And I love you all to life.